Charlotte alumna and founder of Fresh and Mobile Laundry Delivery Services. Here at Fresh and Mobile, we offer residential customers in the Charlotte metro area the best wash, dry, and folding services. If you live in Charlotte, Concord, Harrisburg, Matthews, Pineville, Rock Hill, or Fort Mill and hate doing laundry, we got you covered. We are committed to taking the stress of laundry day off of your hands, starting at the low price of $1.20 per pound. We wash, dry, and fold your clothes, bed sheets, bath mats, and more so you can focus on more important tasks. And the best part is we come straight to your door and you'll get your laundry back within 48 hours. So take a load off and schedule a pickup today.
Welcome to I Got Time Today featuring Jamaica P.
And Jace does it all.
And I'm so glad that you came to watch us. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel and click the like button down there at the bottom if you like it, like this episode.
How you feeling today?
I'm good.
What's going on with you? How's your week so far?
Busy, but it was good. It was good. How about yours?
That's alright. No complaints. Doing some adjustments. As y'all see, we're not dropping episodes on Thursdays anymore. We're dropping on Fridays. We're working on some strategy and everything so we can grow our audience and make sure you actually see our content. Sometimes it gets lost in the sauce, throughout the week. So Wednesdays and Thursdays are kind of a no-go. Right now, we're going to build on Fridays. And we're going to bring back that TGI Fridays from back in the day feeling. You know what I'm saying? Be excited about Fridays so you can hear our wonderful voices.
I remember TGI Fridays.
What you remember about it?
All the shows I used to watch. What channel was that?
ABC?
In ABC?
It was ABC.
Okay, yeah ABC. Because NBC is the shooting star. Right? No more than that?
Yeah. I don't know who that is.
I remember. I'm trying to think. I think Family Matters used to come on. What was that other show?
Step by Step. Boy Meets World.
Let me find out
Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Yeah. I grew up in the 90s now. I was born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s.
I think back then Fridays was my favorite day.
Yeah. I mean,
it was the end of the school week.
Yeah.
And then you come home. I think my mom, I don't think she cooked on Fridays. I think we used to go out and grab something. Because I know Friday she wouldn't doing nothing. And we would get home and be so excited. We used to watch Power Rangers.
That was my joint too. I like Power Rangers too. But TGI Fridays was my thing, man. I remember when I was growing up, we used to watch it. And it was Family Matters. At one point, they had a dinosaur show. Remember dinosaurs?
But wasn't that the last show? What was it was.
I forgot
I couldn't stand that show. And as soon as it came on, I turned the TV.
I remember that show. I mean, I didn't like it either. It was kind of weird. But my mom, she ain't cook like that either. Actually, you know what she did? On Friday nights, we'd either have hamburger helper. She would fry fish. Or we'll order like Pizza Hut or something like that. And that would be our TGI Friday meal.
Pizza Hut.
Yeah, we still throw Pizza Hut up, man. Like that was our thing back in the day, especially when it came out with stuffed crust.
Ew.
That was our jam, man. It was good. I think that was like 95 when they came out with that.
That's nasty.
Around the time that movie Casper came out.
Oh gosh.
Mm-hmm.
I think we ate Domino's. We used to eat Domino's. Remember when Domino's used to be 30 minutes or less? And we used to be by the door like, we got us free pizza.
That's funny. Nah, I remember that.
And the crazy part about it is where we stayed, Domino's was right like 5 minutes away.
I didn't get on Domino's until I was an adult. No, actually, I'll take it back. I was a senior in high school. That's when I learned about Domino's. They used to have like the $5 medium joints, the pull up and pickups, kind of like how Little Caesars do nowadays. I think Little Caesars still do that. But
I think they went up $1.
They still. I like Little Caesars a little bit. They good. You gotta eat them quick though. You can't just be.
That's one piece that you can't reheat.
Nah. Man, but yeah, Friday. That's crazy, man. Power Rangers.
Power Rangers used to come on after school. So I would say Power Rangers would come on at 4. I think The Simpsons came on somewhere in between that. And then it was like, yeah, I know you couldn't watch The Simpsons. I don't know how we was able to watch it, to be honest with you.
That's funny.
But I don't think they looked at it like that. I think they was more so, it's like a cartoon, so they can watch cartoons, but they didn't really like sit and listen to what was being talked about.
That makes sense.
And then it was like Friday was just always the best days. Saturdays we had to get up and clean up, and I'm not talking about no Saturday morning clean up at 8 o'clock. We was up at like 7 o'clock, up cleaning the entire house.
That's about right. Yeah, we were the same. I wouldn't say 6 o'clock. I think she let us sleep like another hour or two. But we did get up in the mornings. We had to do house cleaning and yard work when we got our first house. I'm trying to think. Yeah, that's how our Saturdays went. I don't remember doing too much on Saturdays unless we had like a little league football game or something, or a baseball game.
Yeah.
But that's all we did. We cleaned up. And when we got older, man, it wasn't much of that going on. We kept the house clean throughout the week, so it wasn't much. We had to do like a whole lot of yard work, though. It was yard work, for sure. Man, who would have thought those were the good old days?
Right.
And what's funny is we're going to say the same thing 10 years from now. Who would have thought 2020s were the good old days? Every decade I say the same thing.
Nah, I don't think we're going to say it this time because it wasn't nothing good.
Listen, 2020 was pretty good. I ain't going to hold you. Now, you know what? Not being sensitive to nobody who lost anybody. I lost a lot of folks in, the beginning of COVID, but 2020 was a nice calm. I can't explain it. 2020 was like a nice calm year. Everything was kind of like, despite the coronavirus coming out, everything was real still. We had a moment to like sit and really look at life and just enjoy each other. You know what I'm saying? I think 2020 was a good year.
That is
overall.
True.
It was a pretty good year overall.
Yeah.
You've been keeping up the news? Not saying bad news, but like entertainment stuff?
No.
So you...
Well, I've seen a few things. Of course, you get on Instagram, you're going to find out a lot of stuff, but...
Depending on who you follow.
Bunch of nonsense.
I'm not really familiar with these sisters or this family, but it came across my Twitter timeline about Tristan Thompson getting Chloe pregnant or something.
No, I think... What was it? I think she's having another child with him, but she's not. She had a surrogate.
So, okay, wait a minute. So she ain't pregnant?
No. Oh, so what I saw was apparently this child should be here already or about to come. One of them.
Okay.
But that dude is trash. I don't care. He's trash.
Well, we're not a celebrity gossip podcast. I'm going somewhere with this, alright? So just bear with us. I don't know much about their little quarrels, but I was, reading threads that people had put on Twitter and everything, and people were talking about, man, like, how does it feel to spin the block? And it had me thinking, like, man, like, what makes somebody spin the block when, like you said, he's trash? I don't know the cat. I know he was alright when he played basketball with LeBron, but what makes somebody spin the block on love, or what would make somebody go back to that toxicity? What's something? What you think that is?
Lack of self-confidence.
Now, we don't know these people. First of all, this is just like a general broad conversation. I brought that up to bring this up, but
I think it's the lack of self-confidence, and it just shows, to me, it just shows how it don't even matter how much money you have. Like, nobody's perfect, you know. You can't even say, you know, I want to be with somebody that's a celebrity, or, you know, I just want a normal person. It's just that person, and I feel like they only do what you allow. The little bit that I did read, I think around the time, I guess they conceived, or, you know, the surrogate conceived, then that's when it was found out they had another child. He cheated on her, had another child in Texas. I think that girl was in Texas. But he ended up having another child. He didn't want to do the DNA test. Ended up doing it. He ended up being a father and stuff. So, you know, I'm sure she didn't know that. I don't know. That's just a lot to unpack, because, again, it don't matter how much money you have. It don't matter what you have or what you possess. Like, a guy's gonna do whatever you allow him to do.
Just a guy?
I mean, if he meant to, you know what I'm saying.
I was clearing it up.
Well, I'm just saying in that situation, because first of all, as much as we have heard that he has done, I personally wouldn't have another child with him. I wouldn't.
What has he done? I don't know. I promise you, I'm not being ignorant, playing
I mean, he
dumb.
just cheating. That's all he was
So he's
doing.
a serial
Just
cheater.
cheating. Yeah,
Okay.
He's a serial cheater. But
that's what everybody's saying on Twitter. Like, yeah, she wild for going back to his dude. That's why I didn't know if she actually got pregnant by him, or he said a surrogate. Okay.
Well, I was watching that show.
They got a show?
Yeah, they're not on E Network anymore.
I couldn't tell you.
It was one of the nights I just could not sleep, and I didn't want to watch. So I was like, let me just tune in and see what they doing. Like,
cut it out. You like that kind of stuff? It's okay.
No, I know, but I was
that.
like, let me just watch something different. So, you know, I looked at it and everything, and I was just like, oh, they on a new network. Like, it's really dope.
We gotta watch it, man.
You gonna watch it?
I'll watch it with you. I'll watch it with you. I mean, I ain't got no problem watching that kind of stuff. I just don't like. I don't want to watch like what's that show? Housewives of. I don't care for that kind of. I mean, I'll watch certain things, but
yeah, it's not, to me. Their show isn't dramatic or nothing like that. You know, it's just them being themselves. You know, doing everything. You know what they do. They business owners and stuff like that. So it's, you know, I like it from that aspect. But
it's gotta be funny too, right?
Oh yeah, some parts are funny,
okay.
But it's, to me, honestly, it's just really sad. I don't feel bad for her, but it's like, come on, like, and, you know, like, we don't know. We only hearing, you know, we don't know them people, whatever. So I don't want to pass judgment, but
for sure.
It's like what is being put out there. It's like, girl, now you know you can do better. Then again, you never know. She can't do better. I mean, they done been around.
But I guess, I don't know. I think we've all experienced our fair share of toxicity, whether it's somebody we dealt with or whether it's somebody that we were, you know, at one point in time. I was toxic at a point in time, for real. Like, I was, ghosting people,
terrible,
not communicating effectively at all. Like, I'm not proud of this, not glorifying it. Just, I wasn't mature. You know what I'm saying?
At least you weren't being honest.
Oh man, cheating! I was out here being stupid.
You a big old hoe.
I was. I ain't gonna hold you. I was, man. I was feeling myself when I started getting a little, you know what I'm saying? A little.
So when did your whole activity stop?
I mean, obviously before I met you, obviously, but it took a minute. I ain't gonna hold you. It took a minute. It took a hot minute. It took a lot of maturing. I'm still maturing. There's a lot of things I still got to mature about, but in terms of like being toxic, I feel as if I've gotten. Yeah, I feel as if I'm not that person no more, but I don't want to pass judgment on nobody, man, when I've lived that life too, you know what I'm saying? Or I lived a similar path, I guess.
Can't nobody pass nothing, to be honest with you. Everybody done did something.
You just said everybody trash.
I take that back.
Nah, stand on it. Stand on it.
I mean, I don't like how he treating her, but at the same time, again, we don't know these people. You know, it could be our lives. You don't know, but just watching their show, I believe it. I believe like she still want to be with him. I guess what I don't understand is why would you want to be with somebody who disrespects you, and then they only apologize when they get caught, and then being as a high, you know, or I guess with him too, both of y'all, you know, y'all high profile or whatever, like you can't even scratch your head without somebody taking a picture or seeing something about any little thing you do. But that show, her being on that show, and you know some of her, you know, confessions that she talks about and stuff, I'm just like, I feel like she may be broken. Like I think, to be honest, she's my favorite Kardashian, and I just feel like, you know, she can do better. I think it's one of those situations where, you know, sometimes you just gotta take a break. You gotta just say, you know what, I'm gonna do for me, you know, and my child, and that's what it's gonna be about. You know, you can co-parent and stuff like that, but what you're not gonna do is be, you know, in my house, you know. And I've even seen a couple pictures. I think just scrolling where, you know, he sent her flowers and all of this stuff, and I'm like, you
like, child, please. You judging that man? You like, child, please, too late, Chloe, too late.
I mean, right. I mean, but at the same time, I mean, I saw the flowers and I'm like, oh, they're so pretty. But at the same time, I'm like, so you're sending her flowers for what? And which you know, I hate to be like Inspector Gadget, but it's like you sent her flowers. Now, is the flowers because the baby's already here? And the flowers are pink. Pink, I love pink. The flowers was gorgeous. It was like a spread. It was like a spread, like I don't know. I don't know. I guess you call it like a runner.
Okay.
Like
gotcha.
You know how you put on the table. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, they're so pretty. And then of course the blogs was like, just trashing it, like, oh, he's only sent you flowers because he done cheated again and all of this stuff. Like he might have been just, you know, just because
I'm not laughing
flowers.
at her being cheated on. I'm just the blogs.
But I mean, she's saying, like, even on the show, she's saying like they're not together, but they do good at co-parenting or whatever.
That's good, man.
But just like with any female, I feel like she still want him.
Wait. You said they do good with co-parenting, so they already have kids?
Yeah, she got one little girl. Well, they got a daughter together. But yeah. What? You didn't?
I don't be. If he ain't hooping, I don't know what he got going on. I promise you.
This is true.
Not being funny.
You wouldn't know because you don't follow the stuff like that. Gossip.
I'm blocked by like almost every major gossip blog, I think.
Dang, you was gossiping that much?
No. I was like, I think I had a moment. Opinion. Yeah, I had a moment, man.
Oh gosh.
20, I want to say 15, 16, when I was like, I forgot how I was wording it, but I was on a post, and it came across the timeline. You know, I was following them for whatever reason, and I might have said something about, y'all trash for posting this is stupid, y'all don't know these people or whatever, we don't know these people. I kept saying that, and I think on every post I was doing it on, they just like, okay, I'm tired of this fool, blah, blah, blah. I think I got blocked by, I know for sure, Shade Room.
Dang.
I wasn't trolling, I was just saying that, you know, this is stupid, whatever we doing is not gonna work. Us talking about other people that we don't know is stupid.
It's true, I mean, but that's how they.
Yeah, I could have
gain their followers.
I could have just unfollowed or kept scrolling and I said a word. It would have did no. I mean, it would have made no difference. I had to put 2 cents in, man. I just felt so. You know how I get passionate. I'm like, man, I gotta speak on this. This isn't right. This is stupid. But that was younger me. That was 6 years ago, 7 years ago.
You still blocked?
I guess so. I don't know. I have the same account, so I guess I don't be looking. I'll be checking like that. I think you tried to send me something one time from one of them blogs. You like DM me like the link, whatever, and I couldn't see. I'm like, post unavailable, can't see it. And you showed me, and I'm like, oh, that's right, I'm blocked by them. So life. But speaking of toxic stuff, like, who do you have a favorite toxic person that you like to listen to or watch? Everybody like Future, right? But he's known for being toxic.
I don't.
I'm not saying you. I'm just giving an example. You know what I'm saying?
No. I just...
You like T.I. Is he... Well, do they consider him toxic?
T.I. No, he's not toxic. I mean...
You know the allegations against him?
Yeah, but... I'm not going to speak on that.
No, I'm just saying. So he's not
none
toxic.
of my business. I just love his music. I love his music.
All right. Let's go here then.
Okay.
We're pivoting now. Can we say the same for Mr. that R man?
No, we don't speak about him.
We don't say his name. But if you can look past... Okay, let's go back. Let's not go as extreme as him.
Thank you.
Let's say Michael Jackson.
Now,
he was proven innocent, right? But the allegations are the allegations.
I don't believe that. I just listen to music. What they do that's on them. It just don't have anything to do with me. I'm just like,
but
I just
we
want to
cancel
hear.
The other dude though. We completely don't say his name, let alone play his music.
And I'm not gonna front about him. His first two or three albums, I love.
I love you. We ain't getting to this.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to have you get canceled or nothing. You know?
Man, I'm gonna get canceled so bad.
Nah, but we don't play his stuff. So I mean, that's a whole nother podcast we ain't gonna ever get to. But you don't have nobody toxic who branded themselves as toxic that you like.
No. I guess because, it's some toxic people. Again, I don't know people. I just know the music.
Yeah.
You know.
But their lyrics, their music could be toxic. Like,
could be.
Pop that thing, shake that thing.
Okay, well, I ain't
sell
no
that
front.
thing.
Sometimes I listen to songs because of the beat. Like, I know, like driving, I know not to listen to rap or trap, for that matter. Because I'm going to end up getting pulled over. I be so hyped and...
You like that song, Put Your Hood Up by Lil Jon. Put your hood
okay, that's
up.
So
that is a toxic song, bro.
Anything. But that's the thing, like, I listened to Lil Jon, the Eastside Boys, in my military days. Like, it was like 02, 03 or whatever. I listened to it, like, to the point I wanted to move to Georgia. Like, I was so serious. I said, if I do not re-up on my contract, I'm going to just leave, take my child. And I was like, I'm moving to Georgia, and I'm staying down there. I just loved it. Not because of them. It was like, I always hung out. I was there a lot. I hung out in Georgia a lot when I was in the military, and I just fell in love with it. The part that I was at, it reminded me of home so much. Gotcha. I was like, it was just the vibe. Everybody knew everybody. It wasn't in Atlanta; it was on the outskirts. But I was like, it was just not, knowing that Atlanta is like up there. There's always something going on in Atlanta. So
right. I
was like. Yeah, and then Lil Jon Eastside Boys came out, and I'm like, oh, this music, oh my God, like, I love it. Like, I don't know. It's just that type of music, like, I can't, especially driving long distances, is a no-go for me. And I'm not going to lie, I used to get pulled over all the time. I got away with a lot of tickets. But,
they got some toxic music though, bro. Like, listen to the
at
lyrics.
the time, but that's what I'm
Put your
saying. At the
dick
time,
up.
you didn't listen to lyrics. It was just like,
That's
I
not
mean,
lyric.
you listen to the
Get
lyrics.
crunk, get crunk.
No, you listen
Mother,
to the lyrics or
mm.
whatever, but you not thinking like, oh shoot, he talking about, put your set up and
Wait, you didn't hear?
I heard
You
it,
can't-
but it didn't register. You know what I'm saying?
It
like
was blatant.
I don't
Like,
give a care. I'm gonna always listen to Lil Jon and Eastside Boys. It was just crunk music, and it made me happy. Well, not happy. It was just like, okay, got your drink in your hand. So I mean, okay.
I didn't fact check this, but they said that Mario got a song coming out with Tory Lanez, and he's the alleged shooter of Megan Thee Stallion's foot whatnot. So
Is he talking about that in the song? Oh, you don't know?
nah, I ain't heard nothing. I'm just saying I haven't done my due diligence, but that's what the story is. He coming out with a song with Tory Lanez, and how do you feel if like somebody you admire, somebody you like to listen to, collaborated with somebody who's just like, like you like Jay-Z, but Jay got an album with Buddy.
I didn't like that album anyway. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
And I think I don't know what Jay-Z was thinking, but I tried to listen to the album, and honestly, I can't even remember. Dang, what song did he have?
I know 2 songs on there.
I don't even remember the songs he had on there, to be honest with you.
Remember, Jigga, Not Guilty.
I don't know why he did that song.
That one, and then what's the other one?
He shouldn't have did that song.
Best of both worlds. I'm out of
I don't know. That's the only 2 songs.
That's all I know.
But
wait, okay. I'm not trying to I don't want to go into a "This is about him" podcast, but Fiesta remix was. That beat was crazy. That wasn't on the album, was it? That wasn't on the album. That was like a standalone song.
I think that was on. I don't know. All I know is I stopped. Not saying that I canceled him out and stopped listening to him.
Ooh.
I just feel like the first 2 or 3 albums were my favorite. Like he's a good singer or whatever. It's just what he did behind that.
Man, terrible.
It was horrible. And, we can't judge or nothing like that, but it's just
The facts
one
are
of them.
facts.
Yeah, it's just one of them, like, it's kind of gross.
It's
because he
extremely
was
gross,
singing, he was really low-key telling what he was doing, not all in that. It's like you had to put it together, and we're sitting here, like, dancing and stuff, and this man is talking about what he doing.
Yeah.
So then it's like, after this come out, and you think back, you like, oh man, I was dancing at such and such cookout to this song, and this man talking about this.
Yeah.
He was calling himself a certain name,
Piper.
and I was like, once it registered like what that was, I'm like, oh man, like that's some sick stuff.
It's
so
crazy. Boondocks had it on point when they.
That was crazy.
His trial and how all he had to do was drop another song and then people would forgive him. That's what he was doing. He was like getting in trouble, getting accused, getting whatever.
Didn't he do a song in the courtroom?
On the episode?
Yeah. Where he was getting everybody was throwing their hands and stuff up. I'm like.
But he did that time and time again. Even like the last little run he had when he released Backyard Party and some other stuff.
At that time, he was trying to change.
Nah, I think he was doing the same old recipe he's been doing forever. Get in trouble, drop something so we can forget about it. Get in trouble, like he keep on doing the same old. I will say we graduated in CMS, like a lot of the elementary, middle, and high school graduations in the 90s. We graduated to I Believe I Could Fly.
Oh gosh.
That was the song that they played at a lot of our graduations.
Were you
Like they did on
crying?
Drumline. Nah, I mean it was a song that we tied to our graduating like years. So
I bet you he have a league and fly now.
I'm so silly.
I shouldn't have said that.
But it's sick what he did with them lyrics, man, and his own. Not even that, his actions.
Yeah.
So it was easy for me to like say I'm good on that. As much as I love certain songs, you know, I had a couple I actually loved. Like I bought Chocolate Factory thinking it was about a woman, not thinking it was about a child. But I was a kid then too. But it's still, man, inexcusable. I know we're not supposed to judge nobody, but I'm human. Once I know something about you, it's kind of hard for me to separate that at this point. So I can't separate
stuff like that is, I think, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, not trying to pick and choose who we judge and who we don't. But once I know enough about you that I don't want to fool with you, that's just how it is. And this comes from somebody who actually was a casual fan. You know what I'm saying? So can't validate that. I can easily like say goodbye to them songs and that be it. But like there are people out here caping for them. Speaking of music, Beyonce about to drop July 29th.
I'm excited.
I was expecting you not to say that.
I mean, I love her. And for her to still be able to do it, it just amazes me. Because, you know, society will cancel somebody quick. Or not really cancel somebody. It's just like they just kind of phase them out or whatever. But she's just that type person. I think that she not saying she can't do no wrong, but it's like her mind is just really amazing, I think. And I hate to say it, but I'm ready for this album to drop so people will stop playing, you know, that one song, because I'm like,
that's my jam, but it's played out. I think by
I
the third
like it
day,
too, because
like,
I love Big Freedia.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Big
Freedia that thing.
But it's like, okay, like, can you drop B? Can you just drop one more for us? Because these people is really playing this song out. I mean,
yeah,
you hear it everywhere on the radio, and I'm not knocking it. It's just drop something else for these people, because, you know, now you hear it on social media, like people playing it. They could be just sitting there eating or doing hair or whatever, but it's like, okay,
release your body, release your soul, release your mind, release your job.
You know what? We need to go back to New Orleans, because I need to learn how to twerk. Yeah, I need to learn how to twerk. I want to learn how to twerk like Big Freedia.
We need to go to Big Freedia show, for real.
Yeah,
Big Freedia, man. That she definitely since
her show.
I knew nothing about Big Freedia till you put me on when she had that reality show.
You know what's so funny? I didn't know nothing about it until my mom put me on it.
Wow. She
was like, "Girl, you gotta watch this show." Ooh, and I was like, I had no idea who a Big Freedia was.
I had no idea.
I had no idea, and I think we was on the phone, or I don't know what, just sitting around, and I want to say that it came up, and she was just like, "Oh, girl, I can't miss my show." So then I'm like, my mama like Law and Order, SVU, and all those cop shows and stuff. So I'm like, what show she done found? And so when she said Big Freedia, I was like, I ain't never heard of that. So she was like, you gotta watch this. I was like, I haven't. I was like, you know, because, you know, Big Freedia, Louisiana stuff, you know.
Yeah, regional.
You know.
Regional, yeah.
So that's what I just assumed. But she was watching it, and I'm just like, oh, this look interesting. And I kept up with it. Like, when I couldn't sleep, I would sit and watch it. When you would sleep, I would like sneak watch it.
It's a good show, man. It was a good show.
And I was like, dang. I said, when I saw the last episode, I'm like, why are you seriously, like, you need to keep going. That show was really, really, really good.
I knew nothing about Big Freedia until then. That was a good show. And then learn about the music, learn about the culture behind what she stands for, and knowing how deep she goes for New Orleans.
Yes.
Super cool, man. Like, I think if we met Big Freedia in real life, we would be friends, man. I mean, like, homies, because she just got that energy about it, you know what I'm saying? About the business, about the money, about the fun, about the love, about the good energy around her. So, like, I really think that you know, that's could be a good album.
I
If Big
love
Frida's
New
on more than
Orleans.
one track, that'd be dope. But if, you know, that's a good look for her to be on the first single, though.
Yeah.
Really good. I'm excited about Beyonce album.
Well,
I
you
ain't
know,
gonna
this
hold
the second time Big Frida don't work with her.
you. Really?
Formation. Remember the first part of Formation?
You know what? I ain't gonna hold you. That whole album, I had to let it die down because everybody was on that album. I
What?
don't like the buzz. I like to kind of get into something after the buzz. So I actually missed that. I haven't listened to it yet. There's a couple albums I ain't listened to yet, like Kendrick Lamar's last 2-3 albums I ain't listened to yet. But I need to hop on it, like you said. I do. But she was on that. I didn't know she was on that song, man. I seen the performance at Super Bowl.
Hold on, press pause. I'm still like.
No. I wasn't being funny. I just haven't. You know how like people would like get on music and then like blow it up like it's bigger than it's supposed to be or whatever, and then you're like, okay, that was all hype. And I don't like following hype. I like to kind of get into it when ain't nobody talking about it no more. It's just me, because I'm easily influenced when it comes to like people critiquing music. So like you told me, okay, that album's fire when it just came out. I go behind you, listen to it, and it's not as fire as you said it was. I'm gonna be a little upset. So I choose
That
to
whole
chill.
album.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta listen to
fire.
it. I still ain't seen the thing on Netflix about her. Was it Homecoming? I still ain't seen the thing on Disney Plus, the Black is King thing. I still ain't seen Lion King with her in it. So gotta catch up. But her album coming out. What's your favorite Beyonce album?
I'm disappointed in you.
What's your favorite Beyonce album?
You can't pick just one.
What's your favorite one?
It's between Dangerously in Love and B-Day.
Be There, the one with Freakum Dress
Yeah.
and Diva.
Yeah.
Or Diva on the okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was DJing when that came out.
It was so good. Like, I was still in the military when I heard it. I don't know. It's just one of them albums. It's like, it was just classic to me. The first one was really good. I didn't. Well, I say B-Day probably was better than Dangerously in Love. I think so. I don't know. I just like it.
Was
I
it a
like
party
that
album or something?
Kinda. Some songs were, some wasn't. You could relate to some of the songs that she was singing. Now that album, like, I actually listened to the words. I did. I ain't gonna front, because I used to just listen to songs just because of the music, the beat and stuff. But that one I actually listened to the words.
I'm pulling up right now. B-Day. Now, B-Day. No, that wasn't. Okay, let's go back then, because. So, B-Day didn't have Diva. B-Day had Irreplaceable, Upgrade You. Okay, that's a good one. Is If I Was a Boy?
No, that was on her next album. I think.
Okay. Beautiful Liar.
Where's that album?
Freakum Dress.
Was it 4?
So what we talking about is Freakum. You talking about 4 or B-Day? Because 4 got Love on Top. I know that. Party.
4 was okay. I didn't really
Run the World.
care for that. The one it was. What was the other one? Go ahead.
I'm Sasha Fierce.
Sasha Fierce.
That's the one you like?
I
If
like
I Were a
that
Boy.
one too.
Halo. Single Ladies.
It
Diva.
Was, yeah, Sasha Fierce. It was that
Phone.
one.
Okay. Broken Hearted.
That whole album was fire.
Oh, it was okay. I see what they got going on here.
I got it mixed up. My bad.
I like Dangerously in Love. She had some tracks on that joint, yo. I didn't care for the. I didn't really care for Baby Boy. They played it out on radio. Crazy in Love was cool.
They played most of them songs out on the radio.
Nah, man. Be With You, Me, Myself, and I.
They blew that up.
Signs with Missy Elliott.
That one wasn't on the radio.
Speechless. That joint was crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't really care for that song she did with Luther Vandross. Yeah, that joint was crazy. That's How You Like It with Jay-Z was really good.
Yeah.
That was my jam. Yeah, so she got her album dropping, man. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. So summer, man, is coming to a full end. Well, we're at the tail end, in my opinion, because summer really started around Memorial Day. So we're not tail end. We're more so the middle of the summer now, going towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
What's your summer goals before school kicks back in and the fall comes back? What's in your agenda? What you got going on? Not necessarily goals, but
I want to drop some weight. I gotta drop some weight. 'Cause I've been eating good.
what else you got going
on? The business.
I'm not gonna speak on that weight thing. I think you find the way you are, but
oh, thank you.
what you got going on? You said the business.
Yeah. Agape. I want that to be bigger than what it is now.
Oh, what's getting there?
What else I got going on?
Any trips you trying to take, or any adventures you got?
I've been wanting to go to, and I might be saying it wrong. Well, okay. Well, I'm gonna do Turks and Caicos first,
Mm-hmm.
and then I want to do. Is it Puerto
Vallarta?
Puerto Vallarta?
Vallarta. So like the double L in Spanish makes a Y. Make like a Y sound.
I ain't take Spanish, brother.
Puerto Vallarta?
It's Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah.
I think.
You got it.
Okay. I want to go there too.
Now where's that? I'm not geographically
Mexico.
sound. Okay. I don't know where that's at. That's what's up though. Everybody going to Tulum nowadays. Tulum's a new hotspot, new Cancun.
I mean, you want to go, that's fine. But I feel like, especially on social media, I've seen so many people going there. So it's like, looking at their pictures, looking at their videos, it's like, okay, you did that. I don't want to do that. I want to be different. And, and people talked about Puerto too, but not as much as they have Tulum. So I'm like, I don't want to be where everybody else go. I want to go, try something a little different.
I can dig that.
Where do you want to go?
I just want to go. I don't care. People be shaming people, man, for going to like simple places. Everybody can't afford to go to Saskatchewan and Tokyo and freaking Maldives. What's that place Nicki Minaj went to that one time that had everybody laughing? I can't think of it. But some people just be going to Atlanta. Some people be going to Myrtle Beach. Some folks go to Miami.
Myrtle.
See? Prime example. But I don't know. I'm not really like I don't care. I just want to be getting out and seeing some of this world, man. There's so much more outside of my scope of experience. But if it's just going to Myrtle for a couple of days, if it's just going to Miami, LA, Vegas, Hawaii. Well, we can't go to Hawaii. You heard about that? There's a lot going on in Hawaii, and the natives are saying don't come.
Oh, yeah. What, because of COVID?
Nah, it's bigger than that. I think it's more of a socio-economical thing that I don't think we should get into. But it's other places outside of the norm. It's a lot of places to see outside of the United States. But if you want to go to Myrtle Beach, if you want to go to Virginia Beach, if you want to go to Lake Norman, if you want to do something, just do it. You can go to Atlanta for your birthday, turn up. Yeah. Go to Blue Flame. Check out Magic City, whatever. I don't know.
What you know about some
I don't
Blue
know
Flame?
about none of that. But I do want to say, man, stop shaming, not you, but people stop shaming people about where they going. If they want to go to Atlanta, let them turn up.
Some people ain't even been outside of their own state.
I know this dude I went to school with, he had passed away, but he ain't never been outside of 85. Outside of 485. Like, he ain't been outside of Charlotte a day in his life. Some people don't ever make it out, so sometimes I think just getting out, doing a little something, that'd be dope. I want to go to, actually, Carolina Beach. I've never been to North Carolina Beach before. Never been.
Either.
I never been as far east as Fayetteville. Never been to the Outer Banks. I've been all around the world, well, around this hemisphere. And I've been to, like, Canada, Bahamas, but I've never been to, like, she's been to Africa, been to Europe. I've never been before, but yeah, man, I just feel like if you know what I'm saying, go where you can. Take a trip where you can, you know what I'm saying? Welcome back, y'all, to I Got Time Today podcast. Yo, I don't know if you noticed, but we have a brand new intro. Hit us in the comments. Let us know what you think about the intro. You know what I'm saying? We put a little something together. A little spicy, a little jazz, a little bounce. You know what I'm saying? We talked about New Orleans bounce earlier. And want to give y'all a little upbeat flavor versus what we had before. So we did a little something extra with it.
We should have went to Essence Fest.
I heard it was good. I heard Janet Jackson had one of her best shows ever.
Yeah, okay, so what was it, about 3 years ago? It was horrible, y'all. Me and a friend, we were going to Essence Fest, and the airline that we took, so
talk about them. Name drop it.
I'm not name dropping. They know who they are. But a certain airline, we were going because it was, it was a straight shot. And so we had like a buttload of activities that we were supposed to do from, by the time we touched down all the way up until, time to leave. So, we all excited, we hype, we get a message, they put out a message saying, it's going to be a little delay. So we were just like, okay, it's cool. Probably just a couple minutes, whatever. It ended up dragging to, an hour, to the point where then they was like, well, we're not even going to, fly today. So we're like, we got all this stuff planned. I can't remember who the promoter and stuff, who he was, but he awesome. He made sure that by the time you land, you was doing something. You couldn't even really say that you would be bored. But it was the flight, y'all. No joke. It was like soul plane. That's how I felt. And you remember, I had even talked to you and told you what was going on, and you just kept saying, don't go, don't go. And one side of me is like, you know what, forget it. But then the other side was like, I just spent like $1,500, to do all these activities in the room and, everything. So I'm just like, we going down there. Y'all, no lie, we ended up having to leave the airport because they were not flying. So we missed a whole day of activities to come back the next day. People were pissed. We didn't know none of them people, to be honest. People was like, we're going to rent a van. If y'all want to go, let's go. We driving down there. And I'm like, dang, I'm about to leave with them. But I'm like, no, none of them people, I don't know how they drive. They might be taking you somewhere. With all the foolishness going on. We were just like, you know what, we're going to try this again tomorrow. No lie, y'all. The next day, they tried it again. And people were so upset. So, the whole, the flight was fully booked. Completely booked. Ain't nobody not show up. Everybody was there. The next day, I want to say, I think they pulled that same stunt. I want to say it may have been maybe 20 people to get on the flight, and they tried it again, to the point, I think we left out, it was like late in the afternoon, like after 4, before I think we left. And I was like, they try to, they give you credits and all that stuff. I think we had a couple of drinks. So by the time we landed, we were buzzed. We were, we were loaded. Luckily, everything went a little smooth after that. But the crazy part about it is we just missed so much stuff. Like, the promoter had so much stuff planned. We missed basically everything. We went out, as soon as we landed, put our stuff down, freshened up, we started walking. Y'all know New Orleans be super hot. I didn't give a care. I said, we're here. We walked to the convention center. Like, it was a nice walk because it was just so much to do down there. So like every block somebody was cooking or, having drinks and stuff. We were already buzzed. We was like, might as well do it again. We had been drinking and stuff. So by the time we did get to see concerts, we got there to see Mary. I was so happy because I love me some Mary. So we got to see her. We saw Fantasia. Who else did we see? Because it was 3 days or whatever. So around that time we saw Janet, but I think Joe had just passed. So like she was performing, but
her daddy.
Yeah, but she wasn't performing like we know she could perform. So we ended up leaving. I think some people might have been asleep. So we ended up leaving. We went back on the strip. That's where the fun was, to be honest with you. We got to go to the convention center in the day. It was a lot going on. It was really nice. You gotta come. But we ended up like later that night, you have to go to Bourbon Street. Everybody was out there. It was so fun. We had so much fun. So like that's, I want to say the last day we were there, we were supposed to get up and go on a boat cruise, meet people and everything. Y'all, we didn't even get in until like 6 o'clock that morning. We had to be back up at like 9 to make sure that we got on the boat by 10. Y'all, no joke. And the hotel we stayed in, it was so cute. It was so cute. It wasn't a chain. I can't think of the name. I think St. James. It was St. James. It was really, really, really cute. They would bring you a little breakfast like croissant, butter, jelly, juice, and stuff. And I remember somebody knocking on the door. I opened it. They gave me everything. We put it down. I got right back in that bed. Y'all, no lie. Why we missed the boat? We got up like it was after 10, so we was like, you know what? We just gonna have to just make the most out of it. So we started walking around, checking out the scene. We ate at was it Mama's? It was really, really good. It was around the corner from the hotel. And I had been there before because I went to Essence Fest with my mom. A couple years before that, a few years before that, I had went to Essence Fest with her, and I remember that restaurant, and I said, I'm determined we gotta go back. Of course, it was a line. It's gonna be a line anyway. It didn't matter where you ate it. You could probably go Popeyes, whatever. It was a line everywhere. But I say that, I was like, because we still enjoyed ourselves, but it was more so like the vibes, the culture. I just like I love New Orleans. I hate the weather. Yeah.
Oh,
I hate the heat. But other than that, I was like, New Orleans is, I love it.
I would like to go for Essence Fest, but I want to stay after and like experience New Orleans. Last time when we went, it was cool. Like I've never been before, so that was my first time going to New Orleans. Got to experience some of the food on Bourbon, the French Quarter.
You tried them alligator wings.
It was cool. Like all that stuff was cool, but I want to go into the city. You know what I'm saying? And like try like homegrown stuff from like the hole in the wall spots or like the mom and pop spots or get around some locals who, we can find trustworthy, whatever, and like really learn about the city and the culture, the black culture, the French culture, the Creole culture. I want to learn like about the second line stuff, like them marching for like the music stuff, the bands, the brass bands. They do that all the time, not just for funerals. So I want to like experience and really immerse myself. And I was talking to somebody, was it last year on Twitter, and I was like, y'all, I gotta go back to New Orleans. I was like, man, because the experience was just really out of this world. And they were like, well, you can't get that during an Essence Fest or during like a Mardi Gras. You got to get that during like the off season where ain't nothing really popping. So you can really, really experience the culture that way. So I want to come back and really immerse myself in that because I'm obsessed with their culture, their food, their cuisine. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. The music. I'm obsessed with like just everything, the history. I just want to get into like the New Orleans vibe. But they said that Janet Jackson did a good job this past Essence. They said that overall everybody did a good job. They said that the weather wasn't all that bad. Wasn't much violence going on. Everybody just had a great time. It seemed like everybody on my Twitter timeline was in New Orleans at the time anyway. So I was kind of like, dang, let me see off Twitter because I'm getting a little envious. I want to be there too, but I said next year, God willing, we're gonna definitely be there in attendance, man. Oh, yeah. We're gonna have a good time too, man. I just want to have some fun.
I got to experience a little bit of Texas.
You did.
Whatever. I liked it too. I think down south was more for me. It was just the people. That's what I said. You hear different stuff like the violence and all that stuff. It's gonna be violence. It don't even matter where you go. Violence everywhere. Right. Crime is everywhere. I'm looking more so like just things to do, places to eat, of course. I had when I was down there, I kept hearing about Whataburger.
What part of Texas were you in?
I was in Houston.
Okay.
And they was like, you gotta go to Whataburger. So I'm just like, okay, why are they hyping this up? Okay, cool, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I tried I think it was like a regular burger. Either a cheeseburger. I want to say just a regular cheeseburger. I said, oh my gosh. I said, they need to have a Whataburger everywhere. And even at the airport, before the flight, I was like, I gotta have another one before I leave because regardless if I try to sneak it on the plane or whatever, it was not making it back to North Carolina. So I was like, let me just go ahead, eat it now, and if I want another one, I just have to come back down there. But I like Texas too.
We got Cookout here in Charlotte. Cookout's fire. But they're expanding too, so you can get Cookout almost anywhere in the Southeast, almost.
I knew nothing of Cookout. I think the first Cookout that I went to was in Greensboro. It was in Greensboro. And I was like, I've never heard of it. I'm not gonna knock it. It's good, when it's supposed, when it's supposed to be, when you go get it. But it's one of them like I'm not like, oh my God, like I got to go
you tripping.
To Cookout. That's your favorite spot.
Cookout is the best fast food joint for sure, hands down. Easily the best fast food joint. I'll go there before I go to Chick-fil-A. Easily.
Crazy. I love some Chick-fil-A. And then, especially now, they got the peach milkshake.
Well, they got milkshakes at Cookout too.
Those milkshakes, you can't even drink through a straw. It's so thick. Like, your cheeks be
puckered in.
Yeah, like no, I don't like that.
I'm lactose intolerant.
And they had those big straws.
They got the wild ones now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah,
that's what she said.
For it.
That's what she said.
That wasn't even a good one.
They got the wild ones now. That's funny.
Stupid.
Well, y'all, thank y'all so much, man. This is a casual episode. And listen, expect us every Friday, 4/29, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. Those are our only 3 platforms right now. we're not really reaching out to anything else until something else comes out. But y'all check us out also on Instagram at I Got Time Today Podcast. You can follow her at what? What's your main handle?
Agape IVXXIX.
What's your other handle too?
And my other handle, my personal handle, is at Hey Jamaica.
Hey Jamaica. Can you spell that for them? Because, you know, people can't spell Jamaica nowadays.
And that's another thing that irritates me. It used to didn't bother me, but now it does. Because I, for the life of me, I don't understand. Everybody wants to go to Jamaica. And the issue that I'm having is it's not, I understand if you just can't spell, okay. But I'm just one of them type of people, like, you can't spell, like, you know, like even when I send a text out, if it's a, you know, if it's something misspelled, I'm gonna fix it. I can't. It just bothers me. But for everybody that want to go to Jamaica or they visit Jamaica, and then they're like, okay, your name is what? Is it really Jamaica? Oh my God! Like, yeah, it's really Jamaica. Then they'll be like, okay, JAMACIA. For one, no, and you know how to spell it. You seen billboards. You seen Jamaica somewhere. It bothers me.
So how do you spell it then?
It's JAMAICA.
What word kicks your butt? Because everybody ain't perfect. So what word kicks your butt when it comes to spelling?
Convenience. I could spell, when I say I grew up, I thought I knew everything. I could spell everything. I was a smart aleck. I would read all the time. I didn't play with toys. I always had a book. It was always reading. So it was like, you know, big words. And I was just the type that if I didn't understand the word, I would go look it up. Like, we had dictionaries. So I would be like, let me see what this word means. You know, look it up. But, yeah, like, spelling correctly, it's the
word kicks my butt. The word that kicks my butt the most, and I write it or I type it, I'm like, that's spelled wrong. I have to go back. I already know. I do this every single time. Necessary and necessity, sometimes successful. It's that C. That C gets me every time. So, like, successful is SUCCESSFUL. But sometimes I write it SUCESS. Wait, I spelled it wrong? Wait. SUCCESS.
we're gonna.
Now, mind you, I want a spelling bee in 7th grade, so.
I'm assuming successful wasn't the word you want.
Oh, I had it right. SUCC. But, let me see. Necessary. That's one C. Necessity. C. Wait. I gotta see. Necessity. Yeah. See, I had it. Okay. Yeah. See, it kicks my butt every time. I gotta do the audio joint, yo. It kicks my butt every time.
No, we won't tell nobody.
But life, man. The older you get sometimes. But y'all, thank you for your time today, man. We greatly appreciate y'all tuning in with us. I Got Time Today podcast, man. Like I said, every Friday, you can follow her at the handle she listed. You can follow me at Jace Does It All. And make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. Share this. Share this joint with your people, man. Even if you don't like it, even if you don't comment, even if you don't subscribe, just share it. You might find something that's dope. You might find something that's corny. You want to talk about the podcast in a negative way. As long as you share it, I don't care. As long as you tell everybody, hey, this is trash, or this is crazy, or this is, you can't spell necessity, then just share that junk. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? That helps the algorithm show us a little bit more. And, you know, the more they see us, the more we get looked at. The more we get looked at, the more money we can make. You know what I'm talking about? Trying to get the views up. So, thank y'all for tuning in, man. I've been Jace Does It All.
And I'm Jamaica P.
Y'all have a good weekend, all right?